Okay. What are your thoughts on weight training, kettlebell training on the left side while I'm waiting for the right side to heal? Sorry to answer this question already. It is an absolute game changer. When I blew my wrist apart in 2002 or so, my doctor, Vanderhoef, was absolutely shocked how quickly I responded to not only the surgery, but everything else. And he said, well, what are you doing? And I said, I'm doing what you told me to do. So I was doing these little rehab exercises. He would tell me to do it for 10 minutes a day. I would do it for hours a day. And then the other thing, I front squatted with my left arm straight ahead, my right arm in the rack. I front squatted. I did heavy backpack carries, dragging a sled, and I did as much right arm dumbbell work at the time as I could because I didn't have any kettlebells. So I had a 61-pound dumbbell that I did everything I could think of. And within a year, I was not only healed, but I was back to where I was before the injury, which is very unusual in the kind of surgery I had. Okay. So I hope that's helpful. So the answer generally is yes, train. My junior college coach, Coach Lahati, had an interesting thing. If you had a runny nose, it was okay to work out. But if you had a fever, you shouldn't. And I've always thought that was a nice little rule of thumb. He had these little rules of thumbs about training or not. So for me, if you have an injury in any part of your body and you can train at all, train, because you'll feel better. You will feel better because of the hormones and I guess the serotonins and dopamines and all those other things that spring from exercise. If you read Stu McGill's new book, The Gift of Injury, if you have a back injury, which is the hardest, a lower spine, mid-spine cramps, injuries, back injuries in that area, I think those are the hardest to work around. But if you can just go for a walk, you don't want to if you have a back injury. If anyone here has ever hurt their back, all you want to do with a back injury is just lay in bed and feel sorry for yourself. And even then that hurts because it cramps up. But if you can get yourself to walk, not long after you start walking, that springing action of your steps and that movement will do miles for that back injury. So if you have a broken ankle, of all the injuries you can have, that might be one of the easiest to train around. Up to a knee, you start to lose certain movements. So you can't leg press, for example. You can't leg extend or leg curl. When you move up to a hip, you start to lose a lot of stuff fast. When you slide up to the spine, you really run it. You don't want to squat. You don't want to move up. You want to move down. When you move off into the shoulder, it can be hazardous to work the other arm because of all the torque and tension on the shoulder. As you slide down to the elbow, all of a sudden you can do everything right-handed, all the leg work. And if you slide into your wrist, you can do like an injured ankle, you can do practically everything. I know that sounds weird. Oh, another rough one is the neck. An injured neck, it is hard to work around an injured neck. But if you can just go for a walk or just bob and maybe even run in place in a swimming pool, you'll be a lot happier.